Hello everyone! What do you do when you have a sewing channel and you have lost your sewing mojo? I have been looking for mine and it's not here. Maybe you do what I do. Buy a little fabric, buy a couple patterns, do some sewing plans, and sew a couple super quick projects just to get back in the groove. Coming up in Friday Sews, I will share all that with you. And I don't want to forget to mention the new Butterick pattern releases. You will find out why I have that in quotation marks further on in the video. I'm Sharon with Sharon Sews. Welcome to my channel, a channel all about sewing. April was just a month that I did not do a lot of sewing. Granted, I had friends visiting in town and then we went and saw family, so we were gone for a little bit. And I just could not get back into wanting to sew. Does that ever happen to you? It's pretty rare for me, but it definitely happened. In fact, that's why I'm filming in this area today. My sewing room is a disaster. That's pretty rare for me. I usually keep things pretty organized and pretty clean. I just function better that way. It's a disaster right now, and rather than clean it up to film, I thought I would just come out into my dining area and film a quick little video. Got great light from the sun also. Ouch. First of all, I did not sew this, what I'm wearing. I've got a girlfriend here in town who has a tiny little boutique and went and visited it the other day, and I fell in love with this little tie-dye maxi dress. I bought this because I want to support my friend, but I think I will sew myself another one also. Love this. This is so similar to the maxi dress that I sewed last year, right about this time. I've got a video review of it. I'll link it above if you haven't seen that yet. That had been a collaboration with Jen and Carmen, and I used it in Hawaii Fabric Mart floral rayon, which is absolutely beautiful, but I could see that I will wear this a lot more often than I have worn the other one. Just want to let you know that I did not sew this because I know y'all ask what pattern is that. As I said in the intro, Butterick released their new spring patterns. And I say new because they aren't really new. A couple of them are new releases, but the majority of them are re-releases from the McCall's brand. And I know that because Dressmaking Debacles on Instagram, who has given me permission to share this with you. I will link to her Instagram account in the description below. Go give her some love. She's a fabulous sewist. She shared the Butterick new pattern and included the McCall's old pattern number. So don't get sucked in like I have in the past, purchasing what you think is a new pattern, only to find out it's been rebranded and reissued. Let's look at them really quickly. 6826 is a woman's faux wrap dress and jumpsuit with sleeve variations. This is rated easy, and fabric suggestions are crepe, challis, rayon, and silk. This comes in sizes 18W to 32W. 6823 is a Lisette design. It is a Mrs. Bodice yoke dress with skirt, flounce, and sleeve variations. This one is suitable for crepe, rayon, challis, double georgette, and georgette, and it comes in sizes 6 through 22. 6828 is rated easy. It's a Mrs. Wrap top with gathers at the yoke, tie sash, and sleeve variations. Fabric recommendations are double georgette, crepe, voile, cotton blends, and challis. This comes in sizes 6 through 22. 6829 is rated easy, and this is a Mrs. Knit top with front neck pleats, back tie opening, sleeve variations, and sash. This is for knits with a 35% cross grain, jersey, interlock, cotton knit, rayon knits. It comes in sizes extra small, which is a 4-6, to a large, which is a 16-18. And the only commentary I'm going to say about this is, what the heck is that back tie? It makes it look really homemade. Would that be the right word? I just think there would have been maybe a more sophisticated way of having the tie on the back. Thoughts? Leave them in the comments below. 6836 is rated easy, and this is a woman's straight skirt with front overlay or princess seaming and belt. Fabric recommendations are gabardine, crepe, linen, poplin, and lightweight denim. Sizing is available from 18W to 32W. The rest of the new releases from this Butterick Summer collection, I will just show the Butterick pattern cover and the corresponding McCall's pattern cover. What do you think? I'm going by the information that Dressmaking Debacles had shared with me on Instagram, and she said it looked like there was 5 new releases, and then I counted 14 re-releases. You know, the nice thing about that is that the brand is not going away and they'll still be available on the Butterick. The not so nice thing is it would have been kind of nice for them to just say, hey, we're moving that brand from McCall's to Butterick. They aren't really new releases, but they're still going to be available to you. And if you haven't sewn with that brand before and you don't have those McCall's patterns, here's your opportunity to purchase them through the Butterick brand. They usually have really good instructions on the pattern sheets. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. While I did do a little bit of sewing in April, I did not tackle any complicated, I don't think that's a word. Let's try complicated. I did not tackle any complicated projects. I've just discovered for myself I don't really have that interest in sewing, that strong desire to sew, that desire to sit at my machine for a long period of time, that it's best that I just sew something super, super simple. I did have a couple patterns that I'd been wanting to sew, but I wanted to check the fit on them, so I didn't want to use my good, there goes the air quotes again, I gotta stop that. I didn't want to use my really good fabric in case it didn't fit or I didn't like it. So I used lower cost fabric, and I also used some of those pre-cut bundles from Walmart. Do y'all have a Walmart where you are that has those pre-cut bundles? My husband just knows when we go to Walmart, I'm going to swing by the sewing section to see if there are any bundles available that might be useful for me. You do have to be careful because some of them are crap, to be honest with you. The grain is just really off. The weight of the fabric is really bad. It's just so hard to tell when it's bundled up if you're going to get a good one or a not so good one. So I have purchased some of those to test out some patterns. I'll end up doing an April Makes video. It won't be that exciting because it's going to be mostly test garments. But I will do an April Makes video so you can see what I was working on. Speaking of fabric, I do not think I ever shared with you, I had purchased fabric from MetroTextiles a few weeks ago. MetroTextiles has always been on my bucket list. I have wanted to go to New York City to the fabric district, and I wanted to meet Kashi. I've just heard from so many people in the online sewing community what a joy he is and how fun he is and how great it is to shop at his place. Now, with the way the world has changed, I probably won't be going to New York City, at least not in the near future. So I was so happy to see that he had gone online. Well, ever since he's been online, I think every week I check his store to see what I might want to buy, and I just never got around to purchasing anything. Finally, I bit the bullet, and I'm like, I want to see what the quality of the fabric is, what shipping is, how it's packaged, all those type of things. As you know, sometimes shopping online can be a really nice surprise or a not so nice surprise. I am happy to report that the quality of the fabrics I received from Kashi were wonderful. And I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. If you have actually visited that store and met him, let me know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Back to the fabric. I'm really happy with the quality, really happy with the packaging and the quick shipping, and of course the price. He's had a 55% off sale going on for months and months and months. Let's see what I got. This ITY knit, this bold, beautiful, bold floral ITY knit, I've already sewn it. It's kind of hard to see here. I sewed pair of pants, Vogue 8588. And thank you, Jen, for sending me this pattern. This had been one of the free patterns she received quite some time ago. I don't recall which video that was that she shared that, but she sent me a couple of patterns saying these look like something you would wear. Absolutely, there's something I would wear. I'll pop a picture up so you can see what it looks like. It will be in my April Makes video. Really nice I2Y knit. Loved it. The next piece I bought was a cotton voile. I love cotton voile for summer. It's comfortable to wear. This one was very difficult to see the beauty of it on the website, but how gorgeous is this? Can you see it's semi-sheer? There's lace inside of there, so it's embroidered with lace, lace, lace. I absolutely adore this. My plan was to sew like a peasant style type blouse, loose fitting, big flowy sleeves. I'm not sure how this will work with this little bit of sheerness. I really don't like to layer, only because it's so warm here in the summer, which means I don't like to wear a cami underneath the top. But we'll see. If I make it full enough, I might not need to do that. So that was one of my purchases. Next is this really bold stripe. It's a little more bold than I anticipated, and honestly it's my own fault. He did have a tape measure showing the width of the stripes and I didn't pay attention to it. So it's a little more bold than I expected, and it's a little stiffer than I expected. I washed it once and it's loosened up a little bit. I believe it was 100% cotton. If any of y'all know a tip for making fabric a little bit softer, let me know. I have quite a bit of it here, and my plan was to make a big, full, multi-tiered pullover dress. I think with all of this gathered, it won't be quite as in your face. I don't want to look like I'm walking around like a clown. Okay, then the last piece I bought is this beautiful polyester Mikado. I fell in love with this rose print. I plan on making a statement coat with this. I know that that's something I probably won't get a lot of use out of, but oh, how beautiful and how fun would that be to wear. As I said, I was really pleased with how quick it shipped, how it was packaged, and the quality of the fabric for the price that I paid for it. I'll add the link to MetroTextiles in my description box below. When we moved 2 years ago, we wanted to downsize. We knew we were moving across country and would be going into a smaller home. So our kids came over to help us as we were going through things to donate. I had a lot of books. I love books and I love sewing books. I'm self-taught, as I've mentioned, and I taught myself to sew from reading the instructions that are included with patterns. It was years and years and years and years before I realized that there was actually books on the subject. I would just purchase books on sewing because there was so much knowledge that I wanted to gain from it. But we couldn't move them all. I knew there wasn't going to be room. So long story short, as we were getting rid of books, my son came across this one that I was going to donate, and he was so, I don't even know the word. He just laughed and laughed and laughed at the photos in here. And he said, you can't get rid of this. You have to keep this and sew me a 70s leisure suit. So I kept the book and I've been looking for the right pattern. I found this in a pattern lot that I bid on. It's a Vogue leisure suit jacket and some pants. I also found this one, let's see. Don't know if the light is reflecting off of that, a simplicity one. I might do the simplicity one just because it's unlined and he's coming to visit very soon and I'd like to get it done. And I even found this on eBay. Oh my gosh, get ready. Is this the most horrible fabric you've ever seen? And I'm sorry if you love it, but I do not love it, but that's the beauty of us all having our own tastes and interests, right? So this is a 70s polyester. Oh, it just feels absolutely horrible. It's gone through the wash already. I washed it, dried it, all those good things. And I've got about 4 yards here and I'm gonna make him that leisure suit jacket. I don't know if I have enough to make the pants too, but at least I'll make the jacket. I know he doesn't watch these videos, so he doesn't know that I'm gonna be doing this. That ought to be funny, right? Now I mentioned that I found these on eBay. They were in a pattern lot. You know, it's not as simple as you might think to find old vintage patterns designed for men. So these two patterns were in a big pattern lot that they probably paid too much for. I really wanted these because they're in the size that would work for my son. And I was delighted to find it included an Issey Miyake pattern that I do not have. This lot didn't list all the patterns and I had seen their individualist titles, so I thought I would like it no matter what it was because those individualist patterns were pretty awesome. I did sew one up just to test the fit because that's pretty much what I did in April for sewing. And I think I'm gonna sew myself a real one. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. I'm gonna sew myself a real one, probably with a rayon knit because I love the way that it drapes. It was so interesting how this sleeve was constructed. That drape was created with pleats and tucks. Super cool. That's the beauty of Issey Miyake patterns. If you can come across one, try sewing it just for the experience of sewing it. So talking about the pattern lot, here it is. There was a lot of patterns in it. I'm gonna put a video together for you so you can see the actual vintage patterns. It'll just be a real quick little video, but I enjoy seeing those. I'm thinking you might enjoy that also. Now for my exciting announcement. I was chosen to be a 2021 BERNINA brand ambassador. First of all, I am so incredibly honored to have been chosen, and I'm so excited to have this opportunity. I will be loaned a BERNINA machine for the next 18 months. I will be creating projects and tutorials and perhaps even have some opportunities to do some online teaching. So excited about that. I love to sew, I love to teach, I love to create tutorials. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. I used to be a contributor to Sew News magazine, and if any of you remember the Sew It All magazines, I contributed many projects to that also. I do plan on doing more tutorials on this channel the second half of 2021. I don't know what machine I'm going to be loaned yet, and I will probably end up doing an unboxing video when all of that starts to happen. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That's where I will do most of my posting. I will also do some posts on my blog. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss when I'm adding future videos. You know what? We are really close to 4,000 subscribers on this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. So the little heart I used to do when I was teaching Zumba. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your support. I love all your comments. I read them all. I will be honest with you, with my sewing slump, I didn't get around to responding to all of them yet. I will take care of that very soon. I will go ahead and link in the description below to the We Also blog post that announces all 17 of the 2021 brand ambassadors. Oh my goodness, you could be blown away with the level of talent this group has. I am so honored to be amongst all of them. They are very talented, and I'm looking forward to learning from them also. I will have my makes video up really soon for April. In the meantime, if you haven't seen my makes video for March, linked above, go ahead and watch that. Thank you for your time today. I'll see you in the next video. Happy sewing. And